legs, the very foundation that's carried you through every step of life, from your first wobbly toddle to every adventure you've chased, start to feel weaker once you hit 65? It's not just aging doing its thing, it's your body sending you a warning, practically begging for your attention. Ignore it, and you could lose the independence you've worked so hard to keep. Let me tell you about Mary, a 68-year-old woman full of life. She used to love her morning walks with friends, tending to her garden, and priding herself on doing everything without help. But just 2 years later, something shifted. Her legs felt heavier. Crossing the street turned into a daunting task. Standing up from her favorite armchair required someone's hand. Before she knew it, Mary was leaning on a cane. And the worst part, she had no idea those early signs could have been stopped if she'd only known what to watch for. Does this hit close to home? Maybe you're starting to feel your own legs aren't what they used to be. Or perhaps you're watching your parents or grandparents struggle to move, and it's tugging at your heart. The real question is, are you on the same path as Mary without even knowing it? Here's the truth, you don't have to accept weak legs as just part of getting older. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal 9 secrets straight from doctors that you need to hear right now to protect your legs, hold on to your independence, and live stronger and healthier after 65. These aren't random tips you'll stumble across anywhere. They're grounded in the latest research, trusted by medical experts, and best of all, they're practical steps you can start today to change the course of your health. Stay with us until the end, because secret number 9 is something almost everyone over 65 overlooks, and it could be the key to keeping you steady on your feet for years to come. You'll be amazed at how simple yet powerful it is. Whether you're worried about your own legs, trying to help a loved one stay active, or just want to stay ahead of aging, this video is for you. Don't miss your chance to take control of your strength and your future. Let's dive in. As we pass 65, our bodies start changing in ways we don't always catch right away. You might feel a bit stiffer when you wake up, take longer to climb stairs, or find yourself gripping railings more than you used to. These aren't just quirks of age. They're signs that your legs, the powerhouse behind your mobility, are weakening faster than any other part of your body. And here's why that's a big deal. Your legs aren't just about getting around. They're the key to your freedom, your confidence, and your ability to live life on your own terms. Let's get real for a second. When your legs start to give out, everything changes. Everyday tasks like getting out of bed, walking to the mailbox, or chasing after your grandkids can feel like scaling a mountain. Worst, weak legs make you far more likely to fall, and falls are no small thing. Research from the American Medical Association shows that over 30% of people over 65 fall every year, and 80% of those falls are tied to weak legs or poor balance. These aren't just trips or stumbles. A fall can lead to broken hips, head injuries, or a loss of independence that's nearly impossible to regain. For some, a single fall can even cut their life short. It's tough to hear, but it's a reality we need to face. Now, let's talk about what's happening inside your body. After 65, you start losing muscle mass in a process doctors call sarcopenia. Without action, you can lose 1 to 2% of your muscle every year, and your legs take the hardest hit. Why? Your legs carry your entire body weight day in and day out. They're working non-stop, but as we age, we tend to sit more, walk less, and give those muscles fewer chances to stay strong. When you don't use your leg muscles enough, they stop getting the signals they need to hold on to their strength. They shrink, they weaken, and suddenly you're feeling wobbly when you used to feel solid. It's like leaving a car engine idle for years. It starts to rust and struggle. But here's the good news. Weak legs aren't a done deal. Studies from places like Harvard and Johns Hopkins prove that with the right steps, you can slow muscle loss, rebuild strength, and even turn back some of the clock no matter your age. You don't need to be an athlete or own a home gym. Small, smart changes to your daily habits can make a huge difference in how steady and strong you feel. Picture this. What would it mean to walk without worrying about tripping? To climb stairs without holding your breath? To keep up with your grandkids or take a leisurely stroll through the park without a second thought? That's not a fantasy, it's absolutely possible, and it starts with understanding what's going on with your legs and what you can do to help them. Whether you're already feeling your legs slow you down, noticing your parents or grandparents struggle to get around, or just planning to stay active for decades to come, the secrets we're about to share are your guide to stronger legs and a better life. These aren't guesses or old myths. They're insights from top doctors, backed by years of research, and designed to fit into your life no matter where you're starting from. From easy exercises you can do at home, to surprising habits you didn't realize were holding your legs back, we're covering it all. So let's not wait another moment. It's time to take charge of your strength and step into a future where your legs carry you with confidence. Let's kick things off with secret number 1. Muscle loss isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you can fight back against. By the time you hit your 50s, your leg muscles are already starting to weaken. But after 65, that process speeds up like a runaway train. Scientists call it sarcopenia, a fancy word for the natural loss of muscle as we age. Without doing anything about it, you could be losing 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every single year, and your legs take the brunt of it. Why? Because your legs are the workhorses of your body. They carry your weight, keep you balanced, and power every step you take. But when you start sitting more than moving, maybe you're spending hours watching TV or reading instead of walking, those muscles don't get the workout they need to stay strong. They start to shrink, leaving you feeling wobbly when you stand, struggling to climb stairs, or even hesitating to walk across a room because you're not sure your legs will hold up. Here's the science behind it. Your muscles need regular stimulation to maintain their size and strength. When you don't use them, your body gets the message that they're not needed, so it stops investing energy in them. It's like closing down a factory that's not producing anything. A study from Harvard University found that people over 65 who don't exercise regularly lose muscle mass twice as fast as those who stay active. That's not just a number, it's the difference between walking confidently and needing a hand to get out of a chair. Weak legs don't just make life harder, they also raise your risk of falling, which can lead to fractures, hospital stays, or worse. But here's the part doctors want you to know. This isn't a one-way street. You can slow down muscle loss, rebuild strength, and keep your legs ready for action, no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. Take John, a 70-year-old retiree who noticed a few years ago that his legs weren't keeping up. He used to love hiking with his family, but suddenly, even a short walk to the store left him exhausted. His knees felt unsteady, and he started avoiding stairs altogether. John thought this was just what happens when you get older, but his doctor told him otherwise. The problem wasn't his age, it was that his leg muscles were fading from lack of use. So John decided to take a simple step. He started doing squats at home, right in his living room. Nothing fancy, just standing up, lowering himself like he was sitting in a chair and standing back up, 10 times a day. At first it was tough, and he held onto a table for balance. But after 6 months, John was walking 2 miles without a break. He could carry his groceries, play catch with his grandson, and even get back to those family hikes he loved. John's not a bodybuilder. He's proof that small actions can bring your strength back. So what can you do right now? Start with squats, the gold standard for building leg strength. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, lower yourself slowly as if you're sitting down, then push back up. Do 10 reps twice a day. If that feels hard, hold on to a chair or table for support. There's no shame in starting small. Another great move is heel raises. Stand behind a chair, lift your heels off the ground so you're on your toes, hold for 3 seconds, then lower back down. Repeat 10 times. These exercises wake up your leg muscles, telling your body to keep them strong. You don't need a gym or special equipment, just a few minutes a day. Studies show that strength training like this can cut muscle loss by up to 50%, giving you legs that feel younger and steadier. Now here's a quick tip to make it stick. Pair your exercises with something you already do. Maybe do squats while waiting for your coffee to brew, or heel raises while brushing your teeth. If you've got joint issues or haven't exercised in a while, check with your doctor first to make sure you're good to go. The key is consistency. Start today, and in a few weeks, you'll notice you're moving with more confidence. Don't let your legs fade away. Fight for them, because they're your ticket to staying active and free. Moving on to secret number 2, a lack of vitamin D could be quietly robbing your legs of their strength. You probably know vitamin D is good for your bones, But did you know it's just as crucial for your muscles? It helps your leg muscles contract smoothly, stay resilient, and keep you balanced. Without enough of it, your legs can feel weak, tired, or even shaky, making every step a little riskier. Here's the catch. After 65, your body doesn't make vitamin D as easily as it used to. Your skin isn't as good at turning sunlight into this vital nutrient, and if you live somewhere cloudy or spend most of your time indoors, you're likely running low without even knowing it. That's a big deal, because low vitamin D doesn't just make you feel off, it directly weakens the muscles that keep you upright. Let's look at the research. The National Institutes of Health found that over 70% of people over 65 have vitamin D levels below what's needed for optimal health. Those with the lowest levels are twice as likely to fall compared to those who get enough. Falls aren't just accidents. They're a leading cause of injuries that can land you in the hospital or limit your independence. Weak leg muscles from a vitamin D deficiency make you less steady, slower to react, and more likely to trip over something as simple as a rug. But the good news? This is one of the easiest problems to fix, and doctors say it can make a noticeable difference in how strong your legs feel. Meet Susan, a 67-year-old who used to dread walking even short distances. Her legs felt like they were made of lead, and she was exhausted after climbing just a few steps. She chalked it up to getting older, but a routine checkup revealed her vitamin D levels were critically low. Her doctor recommended two simple changes: getting outside for 15 minutes of sunlight every morning and taking a daily vitamin D supplement. Susan started walking in her backyard each day, soaking up the sun, and within 2 months, she felt a shift. Her legs were steadier, her energy was up, and she even joined a local dance class for seniors. Susan's story shows that something as basic as vitamin D can turn things around when you give your body what it needs. So, here's your action plan. Aim to get 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight every day, ideally in the morning when the rays are gentle. Walk around your yard, sit on your porch, or just open a window and let the light hit your arms and face. If you can't get outside regularly, maybe because of weather or mobility, talk to your doctor about a vitamin D supplement. Most people over 65 need about 800 to 1,000 international units a day, but your doctor can tailor it to you. You can also boost your intake with foods like salmon, eggs, or fortified milk, which pack a vitamin D punch. One study showed that seniors who increased their vitamin D levels improved their muscle strength by up to 20% in just 3 months. A quick tip to keep it simple: set a reminder on your phone to step outside each morning, or keep a bottle of vitamin D next to your breakfast table so you don't forget. If you're worried about overdoing it, a blood test can check your levels to make sure you're in the sweet spot. Don't let a deficiency sneak up on you. It's an easy fix that can keep your legs strong and your balance sharp. Start today, and you'll be giving your muscles the fuel they need to carry you further. Now let's talk about secret number 3. Walking the wrong way could be hurting your legs more than helping them. Walking seems like the most natural thing in the world, right? You've been doing it your whole life. But after 65, how you walk matters more than ever. A lot of people start walking slower, slouching forward, or shuffling their feet without realizing it. That might feel easier in the moment, but it's a trap. Walking the wrong way puts extra strain on your knees, ankles, and hips, weakens your leg muscles over time, and makes you more likely to lose your balance. It's like driving a car with misaligned wheels. Sooner or later, something's going to break down. So here's what the science says. A study from Stanford University showed that seniors who walk with poor posture, think hunched shoulders or uneven steps, lose leg strength 20% faster than those who walk correctly. Bad walking habits don't just tire you out, they also mess with your coordination, making falls more likely. If you're dragging your feet or leaning too far forward, you're not giving your leg muscles the full workout they need to stay powerful. Over time, that leads to weaker calves, shakier knees, and a feeling that every step is a gamble. But doctors know a secret. Fixing how you walk can rebuild your strength and make you feel steadier almost immediately. Let me tell you about Tom, a 69-year-old who used to wince every time he walked more than a block. His knees ached, his steps were uneven, and he thought he'd have to give up his daily strolls for good. Then, a physical therapist showed him what he was doing wrong. Tom was slouching and taking short, choppy steps, which put all the pressure on his joints instead of his muscles. The therapist taught him to stand tall, look ahead, and take longer, smoother strides. Tom started practicing 20-minute walks each day, focusing on keeping his back straight and swinging his arms naturally. Within 2 months, his knee pain was gone, his legs felt stronger, and he was back to enjoying his walks without a second thought. Tom didn't become a marathon runner, he just learned to walk the right way. So what can you do today? Commit to walking 20 to 30 minutes a day, but do it with purpose. Stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and look straight ahead, not down at your feet. Take steady, even steps, letting your heel hit the ground first, then rolling to your toes. Swing your arms gently to help with balance. If 20 minutes feels like too much, start with 10 and build up. Stick to flat surfaces like a park path or your driveway to avoid tripping. Studies show that walking with good form can boost leg strength by 15% in just 6 weeks, and it's one of the best ways to keep your muscles engaged. Here's a tip to make it fun. Walk with a friend or listen to your favorite music to stay motivated. If you're unsteady, try using a walking stick for the first few weeks until you feel more confident. If you've got arthritis or balance issues, check with your doctor to make sure you're walking safely. The goal isn't to race. It's to move in a way that builds your legs up instead of breaking them down. Start today and you'll be amazed at how much stronger each step feels. Let's move on to secret number 4. The shoes you wear every day could be your leg's worst enemy. It's easy to overlook something as simple as footwear, but after 65, the wrong shoes can make a world of difference, and not in a good way. If your shoes are too tight, too loose, worn out, or lacking proper support, they're not just uncomfortable, they're setting your legs up for weakness. Bad shoes throw off your balance, strain your leg muscles, and put extra pressure on your knees and ankles. That makes every step harder than it should be, and increases your chances of tripping or falling. As we age, the arches of our feet can flatten, and our balance isn't what it used to be. So the shoes that worked for you 10 years ago might now be doing more harm than good. Here's what the research shows. The American Podiatric Medical Association says that 60% of falls in people over 65 are linked to improper footwear. Shoes without enough cushioning or grip force your leg muscles to work overtime to keep you steady, which wears them out faster. Flat shoes like flip-flops or old sneakers with no arch support can make your feet roll inward or outward, stressing your joints and weakening the muscles in your calves and thighs. On the flip side, shoes that are too stiff or narrow can pinch nerves and restrict blood flow, leaving your legs tired and achy. The scary part? Most people don't even realize their shoes are the problem until they're already struggling to walk confidently. Let me tell you about Linda, a 66-year-old who loved her old comfy flats. She wore them everywhere, grocery shopping, visiting friends, you name it. But she started noticing her ankles hurt after short walks, and she nearly tripped a few times because her shoes kept slipping. Linda thought it was just her age catching up, but a friend suggested she try new footwear. She switched to athletic shoes with a non-slip sole, good cushioning and arch support. The difference was night and day. Within weeks, Linda's ankle pain faded, her steps felt surer, and she started joining her neighbors for evening walks. She even bought a second pair to keep by the door so she'd never go back to those old flats. Linda's story proves that something as simple as the right shoes can give your legs a new lease on life. So what can you do today? Take a hard look at your shoes. Choose ones with a firm, non-slip sole to grip the ground, enough cushioning to absorb shock, and support for your arches to keep your feet aligned. Make sure they fit snugly but not tightly. Your toes should have wiggle room. A good rule is to try shoes on in the afternoon when your feet might be a bit swollen, so you know they'll stay comfortable all day. If you walk a lot, replace your shoes every 6 to 12 months, because worn-out soles lose their grip. Studies show that proper footwear can reduce fall risk by up to 30%, and it makes every step feel easier on your legs. Here's a quick tip to get started. When you're shopping, walk around the store in the shoes for a few minutes to test them. If you feel any pinching or slipping, keep looking. If you've got conditions like arthritis or bunions, ask your doctor about orthopedic shoes for extra support. Don't let your shoes hold your legs back. Pick ones that lift you up instead. Start today and you'll feel the difference in how confidently you move. Now let's dive into secret number 5. Sitting too long is one of the biggest reasons your legs are getting weaker. It's so easy to fall into the habit of sitting for hours. Maybe you're catching up on your favorite show, reading a book, or just relaxing after a long day. But after 65, sitting more than 6 hours a day isn't just a break. It's a silent threat to your leg strength. When you stay seated, your leg muscles aren't active, and blood flow slows down. That starves your muscles of oxygen and nutrients, causing them to weaken over time. Your calves, thighs, and even your glutes, the muscles that keep you standing tall, start to lose their power, making it harder to get up, walk, or stay balanced. The science backs this up. A study from the University of California found that people over 65 who sit for 7 or more hours daily are 3 times more likely to lose significant leg muscle mass compared to those who stay active. Prolonged sitting also stiffens your joints and tightens your hip muscles, which makes standing and walking feel like a chore. It's a vicious cycle. The weaker your legs get, the more you want to sit. And the more you sit, the weaker your legs become. That's not just about feeling tired. It raises your risk of falls, reduces your ability to live independently, and can even affect your heart health by slowing circulation. Doctors say this is one of the most overlooked threats to staying mobile as we age. Let me share David's story. He's 71 and used to spend most of his day in his recliner, watching TV or flipping through magazines. He noticed his legs felt stiff, and getting up from his chair started taking real effort. One day, he nearly fell trying to reach the kitchen, and that was his wake-up call. His doctor explained that sitting all day was draining his leg strength. David started a simple routine. Every 30 minutes, he'd stand up, walk around his living room for a minute or two, and do a quick set of heel raises. He also began taking short walks in his driveway. 3 months later, David's legs felt stronger, he could climb stairs without grabbing the railing, and he no longer worried about losing his balance. David didn't overhaul his life, he just broke the sitting habit. Here's what you can do right now. Set a goal to stand up and move every 30 minutes, even if it's just to walk to another room or stretch your legs. Try heel raises while you're at it. Stand behind a chair for balance. Lift your heels so you're on your toes. Hold for 3 seconds, then lower back down. Do 10 reps. Another great move is marching in place. Lift your knees high for a minute to wake up your thigh muscles. These mini breaks keep your blood flowing and your muscles engaged. Research shows that interrupting sitting with short bursts of movement can boost leg strength by 15% in just a few weeks, and it's so easy to fit into your day. A tip to make it stick: use a timer or your phone to remind you to move or get up during TV commercial breaks. If you work at a desk, keep a clear path nearby so you can walk a few steps without hassle. If mobility's a challenge, talk to your doctor about seated exercises to start building strength safely. Don't let sitting steal your leg power. Get up and move, because every step counts. Start today, and you'll feel your legs coming back to life. On to secret number 6. Not drinking enough water could be making your leg muscles cramp and weaken. Water might seem like a small thing, but it's a big deal for your legs. Your muscles are made up of about 75% water, and when you're dehydrated, they can't work properly. After 65, your body doesn't signal thirst as strongly as it used to, so you might be running low on fluids without realizing it. That leads to muscle cramps, tightness, or even weakness in your legs, especially at night when you're trying to sleep. Those painful Charlie horses that wake you up? They're often a sign your muscles aren't getting the hydration they need to stay flexible and strong. Here's the research. A study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that even mild dehydration can cut muscle strength by up to 10% in older adults. When your leg muscles don't have enough water, they're more likely to cramp, which can make you hesitant to walk or exercise. Dehydration also slows blood flow, meaning your muscles get less oxygen and nutrients, leaving them tired and less able to support you. For seniors, this isn't just about feeling sluggish. It can make standing up or walking feel harder and increase your risk of falls. The good news? Doctors say staying hydrated is one of the simplest ways to keep your legs functioning at their best. Let me tell you about Anna, a 68-year-old who used to wake up every night with leg cramps so bad she dreaded going to bed. She avoided long walks because her calves would seize up, and she thought it was just part of aging. Then her doctor asked about her water intake and realized Anna was barely drinking half of what she needed. She started sipping 6 to 8 glasses of water throughout the day, adding a pinch of salt to her meals to balance electrolytes, especially after being active. Within a month, her cramps were gone, her legs felt looser, and she was back to walking her dog every morning without pain. Anna didn't need a miracle, she just needed water. So, here's your plan. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, spread out from morning to evening. Sip small amounts regularly rather than chugging a lot at once, which can be hard on your system. If plain water's boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber for flavor. If you exercise or it's hot out, drink a bit more and consider a pinch of salt in your food or a low-sugar electrolyte drink to replace what you lose through sweat. One study found that seniors who stay hydrated improve muscle function by 12% in just a few weeks, and it's as easy as keeping a water bottle nearby. Here's a tip to make it easy. Keep a reusable bottle on your kitchen counter or coffee table as a reminder, and take a sip every time you pass it. If you're worried about bathroom trips at night, taper off liquids a couple of hours before bed. If you have kidney issues or take medications that affect hydration, check with your doctor to find the right balance. Don't let dehydration hold your legs back. Give them the water they need to stay strong and pain-free. Start today and you'll feel the difference in every step. Let's jump into secret number 7. Carrying extra weight is putting a massive strain on your legs. You might think a few extra pounds are just a cosmetic issue, but after 65, every kilogram counts in ways you might not expect. Those extra pounds don't just sit there. They press down on your legs with every step you take. Doctors say that for every kilogram of excess weight, your knees and ankles feel 4 times that pressure when you walk. That means if you're carrying 10 extra kilos, your legs are dealing with an additional 40 kilos of force, day in and day out. That kind of stress tires out your leg muscles, wears down your joints, and makes it harder to stay steady on your feet. Over time, it can weaken your calves, thighs, and even your hips, turning simple tasks like standing up or walking into exhausting challenges. Here's what the research tells us. A study from Johns Hopkins University found that seniors who carry excess weight lose leg strength 25% faster than those at a healthy weight. That extra pressure doesn't just make your muscles work harder. It also increases inflammation in your joints, which can lead to pain, stiffness, and a higher risk of arthritis. Weak legs from carrying too much weight also make falls more likely, and falls, as we've talked about, can change your life in an instant. The good news? Even losing a small amount of weight can take a huge load off your legs. Dropping just 5 kilos can cut the pressure on your knees by 20 kilos per step, giving your muscles a chance to rebuild and your legs a new sense of lightness. Let me tell you about Mike, a 72-year-old who always carried a bit of extra weight but didn't think much of it. He loved his hearty meals and didn't mind his round belly. Until he noticed his legs couldn't keep up. Walking to the park left him winded, his knees ached constantly, and he had to stop halfway up a flight of stairs to catch his breath. His doctor warned him that the extra weight was crushing his leg strength. Mike decided to make a change, not with a crash diet, but with small steps. He started eating more vegetables and lean protein like chicken and fish, cut back on sugary snacks, and took 15-minute walks every day. Over 6 months, he lost 5 kilos, and the difference was staggering. His legs felt stronger. Eat back now your broccoli, spinach, or carrots, and choose proteins like eggs, fish, or beans. Cut back on processed foods, think cookies, chips, or soda, that pile on calories without nutrition. Pair that with gentle movement like a 15 to 20-minute walk each day to burn calories and build leg strength at the same time. Studies show that losing even 5% of your body weight can improve leg function by 15% in just a few months. If you're carrying a lot of extra weight, talk to your doctor about a safe plan tailored to you, especially if you have conditions like diabetes or heart issues. Here's a tip to stay on track. Keep a simple food journal for a week to spot habits you can tweak, like swapping dessert for fruit. If you're not sure where to start, try eating smaller portions and savoring each bite. It adds up. Don't think of it as a diet, but as a way to free your legs from extra burden. Start today, and you'll feel your legs thank you with every lighter step. Now, let's talk about secret number 8. Neglecting balance training is setting you up for falls. You might think balance is something you either have or you don't, but after 65, it's a skill you need to practice, just like riding a bike or playing the piano. Your leg muscles work together with your brain and inner ear to keep you steady, but as you age, that system starts to slip. Weak legs, slower reflexes, and changes in your vision or hearing can make you wobble when you walk or turn. If you're not actively training your balance, you're more likely to trip over a curb, miss a step, or lose your footing on uneven ground. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous, because falls are the #1 cause of injuries that rob seniors of their independence. The science is clear. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that balance training 3 times a week can cut your fall risk by 40%. Balance isn't just about standing still. It's about how your leg muscles react when you shift your weight, pivot, or step over something. Without practice, those muscles get lazy, and your brain gets less sharp at coordinating them. That's why you might feel unsteady reaching for something high or turning quickly to answer the phone. But here's what doctors know. You can rebuild your balance at any age with simple exercises that strengthen your legs and sharpen your coordination, making every step safer and more confident. Let me share Helen's story. She's 70 and used to avoid walking far from home because she felt unsteady, especially on grass or sidewalks. She'd nearly fallen a few times, and it scared her enough to stop going to her book club. Her daughter signed her up for a senior yoga class, but Helen was skeptical. She thought balance was gone for good. She started with a basic exercise, standing on one leg for 10 seconds while holding a chair. At first she wobbled, but she kept at it, practicing every day. She also tried heel-to-toe walking, like stepping on a tightrope. 3 months later, Helen was walking to the store without fear, and she rejoined her book club, feeling like herself again. Helen didn't become a gymnast, she just trained her legs to keep her steady. So, here's your action plan. Start with a one-leg stand. Hold on to a chair. Lift one foot off the ground and try to balance for 10 to 15 seconds. Do it 3 times a day on each leg. If that's easy, try it without holding and leg in. A tip to make it easy: practice your one-leg stand while brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil. It slips right into your routine. If you've got inner ear issues or dizziness, check with your doctor before starting. Don't let poor balance catch you off guard. Build it now, and you'll walk with confidence. Start today, and you'll feel steadier with every step. Finally, secret number 9, the one you've been waiting for: ignoring early warning signs in your legs could be a costly mistake. After 65, it's tempting to brush off little aches, swelling, or tingling in your legs as just part of getting older. But doctors warn that these aren't always harmless. They can be red flags for serious issues like poor circulation, nerve damage, or even undiagnosed conditions like diabetes. Pain when you walk, puffiness in your ankles, numbness in your toes, or skin that looks discolored might seem minor, but they could mean your leg muscles aren't getting enough blood, or that your nerves are struggling to send signals. Ignoring these signs lets the problem grow, weakening your legs further and raising your risk of falls or complications that are harder to fix later. Here's the research. The American Diabetes Association says 50% of people over 65 have early signs of nerve damage in their legs, but don't realize it until it's advanced. Poor circulation, often caused by narrowed blood vessels, can starve your leg muscles, making them weaker and slower to recover from effort. These issues don't just make walking harder, they can lead to infections, ulcers, or even mobility loss if left undone. The good news? Catching these warning signs early gives you a chance to stop the damage and keep your legs strong. Doctors say acting fast can make all the difference, and it starts with paying attention to what your body's telling you. Let me tell you about Peter, a 69-year-old who thought the dull ache in his legs was just from being on his feet too long. He ignored it for months, but then he noticed his calves swelling and his toes feeling tingly at night. Peter figured it'd pass, but his wife insisted he see a doctor. Tests showed he had early circulation problems that were weakening his leg muscles. His doctor prescribed a plan: gentle exercise, elevating his legs when resting, and medication to improve blood flow. Peter also started massaging his legs daily and checking them for changes. Within weeks, the swelling eased and his legs felt stronger. A year later, he's still walking daily and hasn't had a scare since. Peter's story shows that listening to your legs can save you from bigger trouble. So what can you do right now? Don't ignore any unusual signs: pain, swelling, numbness, tingling, or changes in skin color. Make an appointment with your doctor to check for circulation issues, nerve problems, or other conditions. While you wait, try elevating your legs for 15 minutes a day to boost blood flow. Just prop them up on a pillow while you relax. Gently massage your calves and feet to stimulate circulation, and keep your legs clean and moisturized to prevent sores. Studies show that early intervention can improve leg function by 30% and prevent serious complications, especially if you catch problems before they snowball. Here's a tip to stay proactive: check your legs every night for anything unusual, like you'd check your face in the mirror. If you have diabetes, keep your blood sugar in check as it directly affects your nerves and circulation. Don't wait for a small problem to become a big one. Act now, and you'll keep your legs ready for the long haul. Start today, and you'll walk with peace of mind knowing you're one step ahead. You've just journeyed through all 9 doctor's secrets to keeping your legs strong and steady after 65, and I hope you're feeling a spark of possibility, maybe even a surge of determination to take charge of your strength. Let's pause and reflect on what we've uncovered together, because these aren't just tips. They're a roadmap to holding on to the life you cherish. We began with the truth that muscle loss doesn't have to win. Simple moves like squats, where you lower yourself like you're sitting in a chair, or heel raises, lifting onto your toes, can wake up your leg muscles and keep them ready for action. Picture yourself doing 10 squats while your kettle hums, feeling your thighs firm up with every rep. Then we learned that vitamin D isn't just for bones. It's a lifeline for your muscles. A quick walk in the morning sun or a daily supplement can make your legs feel lighter, steadier, as if they're thanking you for the boost. We talked about walking, something you do every day, but doing it wrong, like slouching or shuffling, can wear your legs down. Standing tall, stepping heel to toe, and swinging your arms can turn a stroll into a strength-building session. Imagine walking through a park, head high, knowing each step is making you stronger. We discovered that shoes aren't just fashion, or worst foe. A pair with grip, cushioning, and arch support can transform how you move, while old flat sneakers might trip you up. Picture slipping on new shoes that feel like they're hugging your feet, giving you confidence to stride forward. We saw how sitting too long, hours in front of the TV or at a desk, starves your leg muscles of life. But standing up every 30 minutes, maybe marching in place, keeps them vibrant. Think of stretching your legs during a commercial break, feeling the blood flow back. We learned that dehydration isn't just thirst, it's a thief that cramps and weakens your legs. Sipping 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, maybe with a slice of lemon for fun, can keep your muscles supple and pain-free. Imagine carrying a water bottle, taking a sip every hour, and noticing those nighttime cramps fade away. We explored how extra weight presses down on your legs, making every step a struggle. Eating more veggies, cutting back on sweets, and walking a bit each day can lighten that load. Picture a plate colorful with greens and lean protein, knowing you're easing the strain on your knees. We found that balance isn't a gift you lose, it's a skill you can sharpen. Standing on one leg or walking heel to toe can make you steadier, turning wobbly moments into sure steps. And finally, we realize that ignoring signs like pain, swelling, or tingling isn't wise. They're your leg's way of asking for help. Catching those early with a doctor's visit can stop trouble before it grows. Each secret is a piece of a puzzle, coming together to form a picture of strength, independence, and freedom. Your legs aren't just muscles. They're the foundation of your adventures, your quiet moments, your connection to the world. Think about what keeping them strong means for you. Maybe it's chasing your grandkids around the yard, their laughter ringing as you keep up without a pause. Maybe it's planting flowers in your garden, kneeling and standing with ease, feeling the earth under your hands. Or perhaps it's something as simple as walking to your mailbox, knowing you don't need anyone's help to get there. These aren't fantasies. They're possibilities you can reach. And you're holding the tools right now. The question isn't whether you can do this, it's how soon you'll start. I want to challenge you to take action today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Pick one secret that speaks to you. If you're sitting there thinking, I want to feel stronger, try 10 squats before dinner, holding on to a chair if you need to, and feel your legs wake up. If you're craving energy, step outside for 15 minutes of sunlight, letting the warmth soak into your skin as vitamin D fuels your muscles. If you've been tripping or feeling unsteady, check your shoes. Swap those worn-out slippers for something sturdy and take a short walk to test them out. Or maybe you'll set a timer to stand up every half hour, stretching your legs like you're shaking off years of rust. Whatever you choose, make it yours, because even one small change can start a chain reaction. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that a single new habit, done consistently, can boost leg strength by 10 to 15% in just a month. That's not a pipe dream, it's your body responding to your care. Let me tell you about Emma, a 73-year-old who felt her world shrinking. She used to love her weekly coffee dates with friends, but her legs started giving out. Stairs were a nightmare, and even walking to her car felt risky. Emma was terrified she'd end up housebound, relying on her kids for everything. Then she stumbled across advice like these secrets and decided to try one. Walking with purpose for 20 minutes a day. She started slow, just 10 minutes around her driveway, leaning on her husband for support. Each week she added a minute, focusing on keeping her back straight and steps even. She also began drinking more water after learning how dehydration was cramping her calves. 6 months later, Emma was walking 30 minutes without a hitch, tackling stairs like they were nothing, and back at her coffee shop, swapping stories with friends. Emma didn't become an athlete. She took one step at a time, and it changed everything. Here's another story to inspire you. Meet George, a 68-year-old who thought his best days were behind him. He'd gained weight over the years, and his legs ached so much he avoided family outings. He watched his grandkids play from a chair, feeling left out. But George heard about small changes making a big difference and decided to start eating healthier. Just more salads, less dessert, and walking 15 minutes a day. He also checked his shoes and found they were flat as pancakes, so he got a pair with good support. 4 months in, George dropped 6 kilos, his legs felt lighter, and he was kicking a soccer ball with his grandkids, grinning ear to ear. George didn't need a miracle, he needed action. And so do you. Why does this matter now? Because every day you wait, your legs lose a little ground. Muscle fades, balance slips, and confidence wanes. But every day you act, you're building strength, sharpening stability, and reclaiming your freedom. You might be thinking, I'm too old to start, or I've let things go too far. Let me stop you right there. It's never too late. Your body is a marvel, ready to rebuild even in your 70, 80s, or beyond. Studies show that seniors starting exercise at 85 can double their leg strength in weeks. Your age isn't a barrier. It's a call to move, to live, to thrive. Don't let doubt hold you back when your legs are waiting to carry you forward. I want you to feel like part of something bigger. In the comments below, share your thoughts. Type secret number 9 to let us know you've made it this far. It's our little victory together. Tell us which secret you're trying first. Are you going to do squats? Drink more water? Check for warning signs. Maybe you'll share a story about your legs, what they've carried you through, or what you want them to do next. Your words could light a spark for someone else, someone who's hesitating, wondering if they can start. Imagine a stranger reading your comment, feeling inspired, and taking their first step because of you. That's the magic of this community, and you're right at its heart. If these secrets have given you hope or a plan, hit that like button. It's a small click, but it helps this video reach others who need it. People worried about their parents, their own health, or their future. Subscribe and tap the bell icon too, because we're here every week with more ways to keep you strong, active, and living your best life. You're not just a viewer. You're part of a movement to age with power. And we're with you every step of the way. Before we say goodbye, I have one last request. Share this video with someone you love. Think of your mom who's been skipping her walks because her legs feel heavy, or your dad who's brushing off aches as just age. Maybe it's a friend who wants to stay active but doesn't know where to start. Send them this link, text it, or sit down and watch it together. You could be giving them the push to try a squat, drink more water, or see a doctor. Small acts that might keep them walking, laughing, and living fully. One share from you could mean a stronger, happier life for someone else. And that's a legacy worth leaving. As we close, let's think about your legs for a moment. They've carried you through first dates and midnight dances, through triumphs and tears, across finish lines and quiet evenings at home. They've been there for every chapter of your story, and they're not ready to stop. These 9 secrets aren't just about strength. They're about honoring the journey you've walked and the paths you still want to explore. Your legs have stories left to tell. Stories of gardens tended, grandchildren chased, sunsets savored. Age is just a number, but every step you take is a choice to live boldly, fiercely, fully. Thank you for being here, for listening, for caring about yourself and those you love. You've taken the first step by watching this video, and that's something to be proud of. Keep going, one squat, one walk, one glass of water at a time. We'll be back with more ways to help you shine, so stay with us. Until then, stand tall, step strong, and let your legs carry you into every beautiful moment waiting for you. See you soon. Have you ever wondered why your legs, the very foundation that's carried you through every step of life, from your first wobbly toddle to every adventure you've chased, start to feel weaker once you hit 65? It's not just aging doing its thing. It's your body sending you a warning, practically begging for your attention. Ignore it, and you could lose the independence you've worked so hard to keep. Let me tell you about Mary, a 68-year-old woman full of life. She used to love her morning walks with friends, tending to her garden, and priding herself on doing everything without help. But just 2 years later, something shifted. Her legs felt heavier. Crossing the street turned into a daunting task. Standing up from her favorite armchair required someone's hand. Before she knew it, Mary was leaning on a cane. And the worst part, she had no idea those early signs could have been stopped if she'd only known what to watch for. Does this hit close to home? Maybe you're starting to feel your own legs aren't what they used to be. Or perhaps you're watching your parents or grandparents struggle to move, and it's tugging at your heart. The real question is, are you on the same path as Mary without even knowing it? Here's the truth, you don't have to accept weak legs as just part of getting older. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal 9 secrets straight from doctors that you need to hear right now to protect your legs, hold on to your independence, and live stronger and healthier after 65. These aren't random tips you'll stumble across anywhere. They're grounded in the latest research, trusted by medical experts, and best of all, they're practical steps you can start today to change the course of your health. Stay with us until the end, because secret number 9 is something almost everyone over 65 overlooks, and it could be the key to keeping you steady on your feet for years to come. You'll be amazed at how simple yet powerful it is. Whether you're worried about your own legs, trying to help a loved one stay active, or just want to stay ahead of aging, this video is for you. Don't miss your chance to take control of your strength and your future. Let's dive in. As we pass 65, our bodies start changing in ways we don't always catch right away. You might feel a bit stiffer when you wake up,